So today is day 1 of 2. All right, Thursday. We're gonna work again on Thursday, but I'm gonna basically start us out in a project. All right, so if we actually look at this exercise selection, the chart, piece of paper first, not the handout. It's got some directions on there. So basically, you guys are gonna be in groups of at most 3. So 2 to 3. If you really wanted to work by yourself, you could, but it should be like 2 to 3 in a group. So basically. Each group is going to be assigned a different muscle group, like we can see on there. It's front and back. So the objective is for each muscle group, you need to find 1 to 3 exercises for using just body weight, a machine, dumbbells, and a barbell. And on this other sheet, we got the triceps. I'll be giving you guys an example of what I'm expecting for Thursday. But the main things I'm really going to be looking for is like safety, different safety procedures on the lift, proper form and technique, and then just different cues along as well to help everybody remember just everything that's proper that we're supposed to be doing. And then you can actually use this sheet too. You guys are going to present all these on Thursday. So after I give a demonstration, you'll have the rest of the time just as like a work period to get out your phones or iPads and look up some stuff. But we can actually go ahead and switch over to this tricep handout here. So up in the top right corner, I just got a picture of the actual anatomy of the muscle. So I would like for you guys to include a picture. It doesn't have to be as labeled in detail, but at least identify what muscle group it is with like a small little picture. So the first thing we're going to look at is body weight with triceps. So you guys actually just want to get up so you can kind of see me over here. First one we're going to look at is just dips. All right. So again, just looking through these here with the proper cues and everything. Your feet should be completely out, right? And your heels are staying on the ground the whole time. So if you're doing it on a bench, all right, your feet are going to be out. Keep your heels on the ground. And then your arms should be as close to your body as possible, right? The farther out you have them is going to work more of your chest. So if you're here, you're just going to go down, get those arms to about a 90-degree angle, and just come back up. All right, so it's going to be that proper form there. And then you can do the same thing, except not using the bench. So you can be on the ground, right? It's just the same thing, the same range of motion. So going down, getting that 90-degree angle. You'll really be able to feel your triceps tighten up on that too, so you'll know. The other one you can use for body weight is just a push-up actually. So again, if you're doing a push-up with your arms all the way out, that's just going to work your chest, but the closer that they are to your body is going to be the triceps. So if we're here, all right, they're just about shoulder width apart, keeping your body flat the whole time, right? You're just going straight down and then up. And again, you'll really be able to feel that difference. Like you can tell it's really working different muscle groups rather than your chest. You can really feel it in your triceps. So when we're actually going through it for you guys on Thursday, we don't have a lot of machines in here. Like this is really all we got. So if we don't have a machine that's gonna work your muscle group, just try to like at least find an example. You're not gonna have to demonstrate it. So the first one I have on here for machine is assisted dips. So usually what you would see is like on a pull-up bar, there would usually be like a platform that you can put your knees on, and then bars would be out here. Again, we don't really have that here, so it'd be kind of hard to demonstrate. But we do have the tricep pull down, which Rodrigo is just getting after here, which is great. All right. But it's going to be the same thing, right? So the main thing you really want to focus on is your arms when you're doing this, right? They shouldn't be like rocking back and forth. Your elbow should stay stationary the whole time. So if you're here, your arms are right at your side, right? You want to keep your spine straight up and down. You don't want to be leaning or rocking. So you're here, just all the way down, right? And then back up. So my elbows aren't moving at all, right? And you're really just creating that motion there. Breathing is going to be really important for all of these. Anytime, so when you're going down here, you can exhale, and then on the way back up is when you can inhale. So it's going to help out a lot during that. So yeah, that's the tricep cable, the cable tricep extension I have there. Tricep press, that's another one that we don't have here. That would just be like where you're sitting. You would have an actual, just like 2 handles you could push down on. Yeah, we don't have that here. Another one out here is the cable tricep overhead. So it's gonna be similar, we're still using this, right? You wanna create a nice base, right, with a staggered stance. All right, your arms again, should just keep that like 90-degree angle. So when you're here, you just wanna push directly out, all right? And then notice if you look at my palms, like they're facing each other right now. When you extend out, I'm really pushing out as well. So that's just gonna help get that full range of motion there. And then the breathing's the same with that one as well. So you exhale on the way out, inhale on the way in. All right, then we're gonna go over to dumbbells. So I'll actually just come right back here. Grab these puppies here, get some heavy weight going. All right, so this first one is the lying tricep extensions. So these are gonna look similar to like a skull crusher, if we've ever heard of that. So what you're gonna do is just gonna lay on the bench. All right, again, you're gonna have both your palms facing each other, the dumbbells right over your head. You can keep your hands together if you want. It's gonna be a little more difficult if you have them separated, still like shoulder width apart. But all you're doing here is bringing them down to your forehead, creating that 90-degree angle, and then coming up again. All right, if you want to create a little more resistance, you can actually bring them a little farther over your head. So that way, you're really stabilizing your core when you do that. All right, and then coming down, you're always keeping tension on your tricep. So it's constantly working and trying to resist. Next one we have is tricep kickbacks. All right, so with this, you can use a bench. All right, so if I'm using my right arm, all right, I'll put my left knee down on the bench, one hand over. So I really try to get my back as straight as possible. All right, again, I'm gonna get my arm in that 90-degree angle, and then I'm just bringing it all the way back, okay? And then again, I'm not, rocking my arm. It's just that one motion, just bringing it all the way up, all right? And again, when you're holding it up there, you should really be able to feel that muscle contracting. Seated or overhead, so you can do this standing or sitting, all right? If usually you have it's gonna be a little bigger, you'll probably use more than 5 pounds, but you'd have both your hands on the dumbbell, all right, bring it over your head. Same thing, all right, you kind of want to focus your elbows to be closer together. If they're farther apart, you're not gonna be working, there's 3 heads in the tricep, we didn't really cover. If you're farther out, you're just gonna be working more on that lateral tricep, but if they're in, it's gonna be tricep 3, all 3 heads. So if they're in farther, again, you want your arms to stay straight and just keep that 90-degree angle, focusing on breathing and technique the whole time. You could do it sitting, it's the same thing, all right? Just making sure your feet flat on the ground and just going through the same motions there, okay? And then the last one we're gonna look at is the barbell, all right? So with triceps, you really like to use this, it's called the easy bar. It's kind of got that, the weight to it. Usually some are even more exaggerated than this, but that's all right. So we're actually gonna do similar to what we did with the triceps, or with the dumbbells. So it's the skull crushers here. All right, it's gonna be the same thing, just with the, with this bar. So you're gonna grab it at the most narrow point there. All right, arms are straight up. Let's get off of this thing. All right, so again, you're just gonna bring it down to your forehead and then back up. Again, not moving your arms in a fast or rapid motion, just nice and slow, under control movements. And then the last one on there is the close grip bench press. So if I get this here, it's gonna be similar to what I was describing with the push-up, all right? The closer you have your arms together, shoulder width apart, the more it's going to be your tricep, rather than the farther out, it'll be more of your chest. So with this, you'll just go ahead and get your hands in that shoulder length apart, all right? And then again, just keeping your elbows as close to your body as possible, rather than trying to fray out that way, right? Keeping them close, you'll really be able to feel that in your tricep. When you're doing this, all right, you need to have a spotter, all right, just because one, it's an awkward movement that we might not be familiar with, and two, anytime you're doing weights on this, we should always try to have a spotter, all right? So yeah, that's basically what I'm looking for. So you guys can go ahead, try to get into, like I said, groups of 2 or 3. Once you have those groups, you can come up to me, tell me what muscle group you were wanting to do, and then the rest of the time we're going to do research and try to figure it out.
Okay, I'm thinking Dennis, Josiah, and who else?
Oh, you're good. What's that?
I know, but I don't want to be around myself today.
Hamstrings? Yeah, you just want hamstrings or you want all of them for lower body? Cool, that's fine. Alright, hey, it's going to be first come, first serve, so we got hamstrings taken. Huh?
No, abdominals.
Abdominals? Alright.
Let's go.
We got to pick up.
Hey, actually, just come sign your name so I don't have to.
We got
Yeah, or just wherever.
Go for a chest.
He can join a group, or he can pick one if he wants to try to work on it on his own, or if you two want to do it. Yeah. Even if it's just like research based, he doesn't have to go and perform in front of everybody.
Okay.
But as long as he can get like an idea.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So Dennis isn't here, and I usually work with Dennis. So should I just
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can do that, or if you just want to.
I'll just add it tomorrow. Can I go grab my phone?
But yeah, if you wanted to join it, that'd be fine. And then when he comes, we'll just kind of figure it out. By then, what do you think?
I gotta tell him.
I don't know.
That's fine, yeah. You can just join another group. It's no big deal.
Hey, sorry.
Did you sign up?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna pick one. Yeah, for sure.
What's not taken?
I think the sheet's over here.
Okay. Say 4. Exercise.
Having trouble getting service there? No, Wi-Fi? Did you bring an iPad? Is there a Wi-Fi there?
My locker.
Push-ups.
We're not actually working on doing it. No, we're just working on the form. Activating the chest.
No, in here.
We're not doing energy. We're just body. We got to do we're making our own chest.
Alright, can we go get our iPads?
If you need one, yeah.
What is that? Can I show you back of your back of thigh? That what it is? Yeah.
Is it chest?
Working on
Yes, chest.
arms squared out. So how far?
This one.
What's that part?
That's right. That's chest.
Would you say?
Triceps is this one.
And when you guys are doing it, try to use like helpful cues.
That's all I'm trying to
So like, maybe you can say like a little wider than shoulder length, or you got these lines here. You could say if it's appropriate for you, you can put your pinkies on there or something like that. Just
Yeah, that
something
was
on there.
A little bit more than what
Yeah.
a little farther than
Yeah, we're
Yeah, that's a good question. Hey, so I don't know if I was clear on this part, everybody. I do want you to try to make a handout similar to like what I did. So if you have like a Microsoft Word, it doesn't have to look as detailed as mine, but just as long as it has like the same components and elements. Okay.
No, you're supposed to make like a
these for chest.
Yeah, one of these are chest. We're gonna have thunder at the chest.
Yeah, workout. Fine. And then we're gonna have
Four
workouts.
Arms, shoulder width apart.
Grab the.
Oh, you don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah, because then it's 90 degrees. Yeah.
Just have your arms a little bit more than arms.
Here we go.
And then come all the way down to your chest, and then all the way up.
And focus on breathing.
Yeah, breathe on the way.
You're like, what do you
When it's at the top. Probably. Wait.
You breathe in when you go down, and breathe out.
No, yeah, breathe out when it comes up.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah, breathe out when it comes up. Taking the breath when it goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Upstairs. Have a good one.
And then always have a spotter. No, we're done with chest. Bench press.
Yes.
Now let's move on to another exercise. We can do dumbbell. Incline dumbbell. Yes, sir. Or slides. Incline dumbbell flies. Yeah. Alright, so I don't know. What's some cues on that stick for this one?
Breathing. Focus on breathing still.
Blow out on the way out.
On the way out.
On the way up.
On the way up.
Breathe in on the way down.
Don't use a too heavy weight.
You guys doing the quadriceps?
Palms
You going alright?
facing each other.
Armin, are you receiving a grade for this? Yes, we are.
Elbows slightly bent. Don't. You probably don't want to fully. I feel like that's a little bit.
And you have to be alive.
Okay.
Yeah. Come all the way up. And then
Miss
line
Finger.
the elbows. Squeeze the chest on the top.
Okay, so this handout, I basically want you to make one similar. It doesn't have to be as detailed, but for quadriceps. So basically, just like putting a picture of what muscles are included, and then workouts for body weight, machines, dumbbells, and barbell. And then, like I said, I just really elaborated on everything. So like, just trying to help for like you guys remember in the future, just like different cues and stuff. So just.
Alright. We can do some of these.
Alright.
Some of these bad boys.
Stay straight. Let me show you. Lean straight. I can't even do one. I don't think I can do one of those.
Oh, yeah, that's a bad one. Not like a painful one.
Let's see how I do it. Right.
Well, you guys doing any research? You just guessing?
probably have an iPad.
No,
You have your phones?
I've seen it one time.
I know.
Whether I try it.
When you want to go get an iPad or something? Oh yeah. Like the outfit. You gotta,
I might get them on.
you gotta make
It's all the way upstairs.
Remember, you gotta make those handouts.
I'm all the way upstairs, dude.
Mine's all the way upstairs. Rodrigo, where's your iPad?
Upstairs.
Downstairs? Upstairs.
We're mainly focusing on the chest, so we're going to go on a wider grip this time. More a little shoulder width apart. Think of this like a 30-degree angle, not like all the way out like 180 degrees, but more like a 30-degree angle. So Rodrigo, I'll help. You always gotta have a spotter, so we'll help him on this. Yeah.
Make sure you're breathing while you're doing this.
Yeah.
So
So breathe out on the way up, and then breathe in on the way down. So like that. Also, he has his chest puffed out a little bit because he's focusing on the chest. Just really activate that chest. So basically, that's the workout.
yes, sir.
Make sure your feet are planted. Don't be waddling or anything. You gotta have a nice, firm, like stabilization while you're doing this workout. So that's that workout. Next, so are you guys gonna do this one? Cause that's on this one. This is there's different names for this, but that's like an incline bench fly is kind of like what I'm kind of calling it. But that's probably what it basically is called. If you don't have your arms out, have this a little bent. We're not trying to have it like all the way out, but have it a little bent, slightly bent. And really pop out that chest. We're activating just the chest. This is all chest. We're not going to overextend. We don't want any injuries going on. We're just going to come down to a nice, comfortable position, and then you're just going to come back up. And then your palms are going to be facing each other at the very top of the lift. So you're really activating that chest. Feet are going to be planted, nice stabilization. And then exactly same breathing technique. So you're breathing down, you're breathing in on the way down, and then on the way up you're going. So same breathing technique. Yeah. This is the T-Rex push-up. We did this a couple times. TRX, I like calling it the T-Rex. So you don't put your feet back as far as you want or whatever's comfortable, whatever you can do. And you don't have your arms out, just like the bench press. So we're really activating that chest, so we're gonna put our arms out pretty far.
Also make sure your back's straight.
Yeah. Same breathing technique. Just keep that body straight while you're going down. It's just like a push-up, but at an angle. It's gonna be a little difficult. So that's basically that workout. And lastly, it's just a normal push-up. Rodrigo, if you want to demonstrate it. So we're activating that chest once again. Back straight, everything straight. You're not gonna be doing any weird form. Just keep everything like organized, basically.
And make sure to breathe while doing this as well.
The way Rodrigo told me he likes to think of it is like if you're pushing someone like this, that's how you're doing the push-up basically. But you're gonna be laying down. So that's how you're gonna be doing the push-up. So just imagine you're pushing someone off you. That's how you're gonna be doing it. Same breathing technique. So while you're pushing, you're going, and then all the way down you're going. So thank you, Rodrigo. And that's all 4 of our workouts.
Wanted to just like even use as an example without demonstrating. Like, did you find anything?
Okay, so you can do there's a sitting down fly. So instead of like a bench like this, it would be like a straight up bench.
Straight fly.
And you'll be doing straight flies with the machine, or there's a incline.
There's the bench straight, and you just push it as if you were.
It's just like this,
That one.
but it would be a machine, and you'd be pushing the machine, and it would be almost the exact same workout as like a bench press, but at an incline.
Yeah, great. Good job, first of all. One thing I just want to point out, they did a good job saying that it is very important to have a spotter when you bench press. All right, one thing, I want to elaborate a little bit on that. All right, so if you have someone benching, it's kind of, some might think you just want to like put your hands underneath so you can like help have control, but you don't really have the best balance when you're doing that, so it could be easy to fall over. So if you have like one hand over and one hand under, all right, that's gonna help with a lot more stabilization. So even if they might not need help right away, but always just at least having your hands there while they're going up and down with that grip is gonna be really beneficial. And then the other thing too, you guys were right with everything. Obviously, like these were all really good chest workouts, but you have to remember it's not just the chest too. So like on a bench press, the pecs are the primary muscle that's activated, but a lot of it is like the anterior shoulder too. And the same thing with the flies. When you're bringing it up, it is a lot of chest. Like you can feel your chest contracting there, but again, it's gonna work some of those shoulder muscles too. So I just wanted to throw that out there for you guys to keep in mind. Good job. Good job.